Tell us a little bit about what you do real quick.
Sure, yeah. I started this about 20 years ago, actually. I was down at Last Days Ministries in Lindale, Texas, and we had a guy by the name of Dr. Carl Baugh come in, and we had a full television recording studio there, and this guy came in and did a 5.5-hour lecture off the top of his head on creation and evolution, right? And everybody, I don't know if you remember the Brainwashed track?
Yes.
You remember those, with the red cover and interview with Dwayne Gish, right? I had read that, and because I had been involved in science education since I was 16, literally, is when I started working at a summer science camp and worked there for 21 years. Well, because of my science interest, and I had read this tract, everybody thought I was the expert in creation and evolution, right? And so when Dr. Baugh comes by and just blew me away, I mean, I was instantly hooked. I just could not believe because what the problem was, I knew enough about the science that I knew what he was saying was correct. I had just never heard these conclusions that he brought out of the information. I just never heard this before. And I went to bed, frankly, that night. I mean, I was a Christian. I just never thought about creation and evolution. But frankly, I went to bed that night feeling like someone had lied to me. That's the way I felt. And so I wrote him a letter and volunteered to work at his museum for a few weeks. And it turns out that's when they were having the first annual creation, what do they call it? It was like a big event anyway. It was a big creation event there. They had 5,000 people come out to the first one.
Wow.
And so I volunteered there for 3 weeks and worked with them. And I wound up back in Ontario teaching at a high school. And my first year there, we had all these kids, these teens who were getting saved, and one of them decided he wanted to do a class project on creation and evolution. So he asked his teacher if he could have me come in as a guest speaker. Well, that was the first creation and evolution presentation I ever did, was in a high school class. And the students and the teachers loved it. And before you knew it, I was doing 3, 4, 5 presentations a year in these classes. And that was kind of how I got started in this. And so I quit that job at the teaching at the high school. It'd be about almost 7 years ago now. I've been doing creation and evolution lecturing and research now for 7 years full time.